morning to all. I hope I'm audible to all of you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for a confirmation. Now I could see some of you still do not have your microphone on silent mode. Please do that so that it won't create disturbance. So in case you have questions, you can always, of course, unmute your mic and you can ask. But this is for the audibility. So in case some of you still have your microphone not switched off, please do that. Okay, so now this is, I think, second session. Yesterday we had a session orientation in this class. Okay, so we had an orientation. I think I had BBA Honors batch 1. So I think I had done orientation in this class. So I think most of you are clear with your choice. And there are some students who are approaching me for the Google form. But the good thing is that now it's available in your login itself. You can do it. So what we'll do is in this session, I'm going to have, I could see that many of you are still using your personal ID to log in. So have you not get your say personal institutional ID, Marwadi ID? So those of you do not have your Marwadi ID, make sure that you get it. In fact, it is always generated the moment you get an admission. So it will be there. So in case you haven't got it, or if you have password issue or whatever issue, make sure that you get it, because the moment we'll have this bifurcation of the class, there'll be a Google Classroom that is already generated. This is the lecture link from the Google Classroom itself. So there you will not be able to join the class if you don't have your institutional ID. So in case you haven't get it yet, please make sure that you make it available and you log in through that institutional ID only. Right. So right now I could see some of your new admissions, some of you may not have it. So that's fine. I'm allowing it. I'm giving you the access. But in case you don't have it, make sure that you get it. Right. Your institutional email address. Right. So usually it will be your your name and enrollment number, some combination is there. So that will be there. So make sure that you get that ID. Fine. Okay. So now about the electives. Now, I hope all of you have this access to email ID and the login. So how many of you can access the website? The university website has a login option. Login for faculties also, login for students also. So how many of you have the access to that ID and login? Yes, I could see some of you said. Jitesh says he can access. I have it, sir. Wonderful. Now, after of those who said yes, how many of you have laptop? Like, are you joining this session with laptop or cell phone? Okay, I could see many of cell phone. There is one from laptop as well. So Savan, I think, has a laptop. Bhargav also has a laptop. So wonderful. Why I'm asking this is that I want your help. I need 2 volunteers to help me to find out this one. So those who have this cell phone, so let's say I could see I need 2 conditions to be fulfilled. One, you should have this access to login and ID, and you should be having a cell phone. So if you're joined with the cell phone, I could see the names of let's say Preet. Preet, can you hear me, Preet? Paper?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, Preet, you have the access of this institutional website and all?
Yes.
Yeah, so I want you to help me. You know how to share your screen?
No, sir.
In the Google Meet, there is an option called share your screen. If you look at your Google thing, you'll be able to share your screen. So that means all of us will be able to see. For example, if I share my screen, I just need to go present now, and then a window I can share. Let's say this one, right? So you could see my screen. So whatever I'm able to see, you'll also be able to see. Can you see this? That I shared.
Yes, sir.
Right. Similarly,
yes.
you can also share your screen. Do you know that option?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what I want you to help me with is go to university website, not mobile application. University has an application also. And the website also. Go to university.
Sir, I have an issue of network.
Yeah, so
So I
yes,
cannot
that's
do.
no, that's fine, absolutely fine, Preet. Somebody who has a better network, I need some volunteers. First with the cell phone, then one with the laptop. Right. So that's what the reason I'm doing is so that all of us will get the practical, and then you can make a choice. I need not to send a Google form for that matter. Yeah. So anybody who has a cell phone and has this one, so maybe Deep, yep, Deep or Smee, anybody who can log in and can share the screen so that all of us can see what are the options. I'll direct you that go to this place, and from there you'll be able to get the elective. So these two electives that we discussed yesterday, SPS and RWT, you just need to know, in your case RWB, so you just need to click on that, and once you click, that means your choice would be done. That's it, and we'll get the record of the entire class, so it will save much of our time and energy. So that is an available option. So I need a volunteer who can do it and can share the screen. I can. So Nishi, thank you, Nishi. So I just want Nishi to help me. Nishi, you use cell phone, right? Yes. So please log in, and once you log in, if you can share the screen. Excuse me. Yeah. So once you do that, please share your screen.
Sir,
Yes,
I have
please.
to log in this application, no? HTTPS
No, no,
login
no, no.
Marwadi
It
University.
not through application. Not through application. I want you to go to the website. Website.
Okay, sir. Just a second.
Did you log in through website or through mobile application?
No, I had log in through this link.
Okay. If it is a website, I don't know who shared it. HTTP Marwar University AC. Is it a link? I don't know. Smith, is it the link of the website?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, go ahead. Great. So then you log
Sir,
in.
I am sharing my screen. Can you see the screen
Uh,
visible?
who has shared? Smith, you have shared it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Smith, thank you. Now you can close this notification.
But,
Yeah, that's the feedback that you have to give. And yeah, you can skip also.
sir.
You will
Skip,
have to give the feedback.
sir, skip नहीं हो रहा
You
है.
can't skip, you have to give the feedback. Yeah, you have to give the feedback. So you can go offline. I mean, you can stop sharing the screen, you can give your feedback, and then you can again share your screen. Yeah. In the meantime, I want somebody with the laptop to do the same steps, because
Sir,
only issue. Yeah, you done it, fine, submit it, then you will go to the home page. Once
Yes,
you are
sir.
done with it,
I've done this thing. I've just given the feedback to everybody. I'm ready with it.
sure. Where's your home screen?
Sir, if
Excuse
it
me.
exists, I can present my screen.
Sure. And the same steps we'll see from the laptop point of view also, maybe DT or Meet, Desai or DT Vadir. Reason is, if you log in through cell phone, you will get a different home screen, and if you go through the laptop, you'll get a slightly different the view. That's the only difference. Otherwise, the same access you'll get. Yeah. So there'll be a lot of feedback and things you have to submit.
sir, done.
Yeah. Good. So now you are on the home screen. As all of you can see, the home screen, once you log in through your cell phone, your screen would look like this, right? So that I think Smith has shared with us. Now you go to these three lines that you can see on the right hand side corner. Yeah. Can you see subject selection there? No doubt you'll find subject selection.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Click on that. Okay. Could you see both the options, RWT and SPS?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now you just need to click on either of the electives. Is it enabled? You can select either of it. You can select both. Right? So you can select that and then you submit.
From where submit?
There is no submit button there. Yeah, it just allows you to click, right? Mhm. Okay, got it. But this is the place from where you just need to click. I think there is one button that is not enabled, so I'll talk to software department. They'll enable it. But students from this path just need to log in to website, not the mobile application, right? So you need to log in with the help of this website. Students page would look like this, and from here you can see on the top hand there'll be 3 dash. By clicking there, you can go to the subject selection. In the subject selection, you'll get these two electives. Right now, I think there is it's not uploaded. This button, only one button needs to be activated. Once it is activated, you'll be able to select just by clicking. Once you click, your choice is submitted, right? So that you can do with your cell phone. Now, similar thing you can do it with your laptop. Only difference with the laptop screen would be you will be able to see the option called more instead of three dash that you can see in a cell phone screen. In the laptop, once you log in, the screen would appear like more. And again, from by clicking on the more, you'll get this the menu. In that menu, you need to go to subject selection, right? So if you click on the subject selection, you'll get these two electives. There'll be other electives, then that also will be displayed. But RWB and SPS would be displayed. You'll have to just click the choice of your, say, this thing. So once you do that, your choice will be made. And then, as I said, post Diwali, there'll be bifurcation of the classes into, say, RWB and SPS batches. Are you clear with that? Yeah. So somebody has shared the screen. I think Jills. Jills, have I pronounced your name correctly? It is Jills, right? Yeah. Subject selection. Yes. Yes. Click on that. Yeah. So scroll down. Scroll down. Yeah. You can see these two options. So you need to click on it. No, not that one. Not that one. On the right hand side. On the right hand side. Yes. Yes. So there, elective 1, elective 2. Right. So these are two choices that you get. You just click, but I think there should be, right now you are allowed to select both, or you're allowed to click both, which is not the right one. You need to select one, and then there should be a button called submit. Right now it's not allowing you to submit. That means it's not activated. So once it is activated, then you can make a choice. But this would be the path through which you can select and you can opt for your selection. Is it clear to all of us? Right. So with the laptop home page, after logging through website, not through mobile application, through website, you'll get a menu. On the menu on your say right hand side end, you'll find a menu called more. With the cell phone, you will not get the menu more, you will get 3 dash. By clicking there, it will be menu, and there subject selection. I think path is clear to all of us with cell phone and with laptop. Yes or no? I think it is super clear to all of us. Fine. So please do that by the end of say this day. I'll upload this. I'll inform the software department to upload the latest one so that you'll get the submit button. The same thing would be there, only submit button would be added. So activate that and make your choice accordingly by the end of, let's say, tomorrow, right? So tomorrow you'll get, I think I'll give the deadline up to 4 p.m. because by 4 p.m. we'll be able to access and then bifurcate the class. So by 4 p.m. I think it will be done. Possible? Yeah. In case you face any other issue, you can share your screen. You can share the screenshot with me. I'll make sure that it is enabled. Okay, Chali. So that's the administration part that is done. Now, as I said that we are from the communication skills department. We are concerned with the language part, and I think some of you have some questions. Very quickly, let's go through it. Nishi, sir, in RWB and SPS, what we have to do? Yes, I was also absent. Oh, those who were absent, I think I could not upload the recording yesterday, but I'll upload the recording today and I'll send the link in the group. So you can go through the recording of the session that I had yesterday, the orientation part. So if you have missed the session, you can go back to that recording, which is going to tell you about both the options, what are the pros and cons, etc. So then accordingly you can take a decision. So if you are absent, that's absolutely fine. I'm sure you must be having genuine reason, but get hold of it, the recording part. Yeah, so those who were absent yesterday uh, can do that. So it will save our time because of you are absent. Most of the students were present. So I think it will be a fair deal if we don't repeat. Right. The only thing I can repeat is the way in which it will work. It will be There'll be two electives: RWB, which stands for Reading and Writing for Business, and SPS, which stands for Speaking and Presentation Skills. As a student, you will have to choose either of the elective. So, of course, before choosing, you need to know what is RWB and SPS. So that I explained yesterday in the orientation. The recording is available. I'll upload today and share the link in the WhatsApp itself. In case I forget, which I usually do, so please shamelessly remind me. I'll do it by today itself so that you can go through this recording. Fine, fair enough. So you did not receive the thing. I shared it in the WhatsApp group. Are you not a part of WhatsApp group? I don't know. I think I did yesterday, but yesterday was a bad day. So in case you haven't received it, I'm really sorry for that. I think I shared in the WhatsApp group. So is there any other platform where you shared? I don't know. Because I was told that the WhatsApp group where both the divisions, batch 1, batch 2 are there. So that's why I shared there. So if you still did not get it, I'm really sorry for that. Fine. Are we clear on these two terms now? That recording I'll be uploading, and this is already there in your login. I just need to enable this submit button with the help of software department. Are you clear this much? Yeah. Now it's a class with almost 100 students. 97 is almost 100. So it's a huge class. So what I would suggest is, because we have usually this introduction things and all, but that will be the part of syllabus as well. So we'll not repeat those things. I just want you to be aware of words, and that is possible with a simple activity which we all can participate. And I want all of you to speak. Right? You can just unmute your mic. Don't type, because in the typing there'll be a whole lot of things. So that's why don't chat. Just speak. Unmute your mic and speak. What are you supposed to speak? Just 2 sentences. I'll give you a demo and then you can follow. Let's say if I say I'm Mihir and I'm helpful. I repeat, I'm Mihir and I'm helpful. So the word helpful describes my personality. What kind of a person I am? I like to help people. Right? So I would say the word helpful. It's an adjective that I use for myself. Similarly, I want all of you to say, give it a minute. I'll give you a minute or two time. And then I'll be inviting you randomly. I just want you to tell me your name. And then, who are you? Are you sincere, helpful, kind, whatever word you want to use for yourself? Fair enough? Are you clear with the task? Yep. People have started leaving the class. Is it because of the activity? No. I think that worked. Anyway, so that's clear with all of us? Fine. So after 2 minutes, I'll be inviting you in no particular order. Right? So your 2 minutes thinking time starts now. Okay, I could see most of you are still there, so it's not the scary activity as such. Fine. So I'll be inviting you all one by one. I want you to unmute your mic and tell me these two things, right? Your name and a word that you would like to use to describe your personality or yourself. Possible? Yeah. So let's start. So in no particular order, as I said, let's start with Om. Om Kalaria, can you hear me? Okay, Om Kalaria left. This is the side effect of activity. Okay. You don't need to leave. You can just simply say, no, I'm not interested. I'll not force anybody. Anyway, so do we have Jitesh? Jitesh Gandhi?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Jitesh.
I'm Jitesh and I'm happy.
Oh, great. Good word. So he is Jitesh and he is happy. So happy is a word he uses for describing himself. So wonderful. Thank you, Jitesh. Then we have Sujal. Sujal?
So I'm Sujal and I'm optimistic.
Yep. Sujal and he is optimistic. So interesting word. Yes. So next to Sujal, we have Dhruvi. Dhruvi?
Yes, sir. I'm
Yes,
Dhruvi. I'm
Mhm.
kind and humble.
She is kind and humble. Okay. So if anybody needs any help, Dhruti is there to help. Yeah. Thank you, Dhruti. So then we have Ria.
Hello, sir. I'm Ria and I'm a strong girl.
She's a strong girl. So boys, stay away from her. So she is Ria. So then we have Archie.
Hello, sir.
Mhm.
I am Archie and I am creative.
Okay, she is creative. Wonderful word. Thank you, Archie. So next to Archie, I could see Dennis. Dennis?
I am Dennis and I am friendly and talkative.
Yes, friendly and talkative. And what does it mean? Dennis means what?
So, no, sir, I don't know.
That's a good answer. But you should know, right? It's your name.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So who gave you this name?
My mommy.
Yeah. So ask your mom. Right?
Yes, sir, sure.
It's an interesting name. It's nothing wrong with the name, but I'm sure it must be having some meaning. Yeah. So do share. Then we have Jesvi. Jesvi.
Yes, sir. I am Jasmine and I am joyous.
She is joyous. Joyous Jesvi, rhyming word. And I'm sure Jesvi knows the meaning of her name.
Yes, gift
What
of
does
God.
She is a gift of God. So good to know that. Okay, then you have Diti. Diti?
Yes,
Diti,
sir.
are there? Yes, Diti.
Yes. I am Dipti and I am blessed.
She is blessed. Okay, good to know that. Okay. Okay, next we have Miswa. Miswa? Yes, Miswa. Can you hear me, Miswa? Miswa Molia? No? Okay, do we have Janvi? Janvi?
Yes, sir. I'm Janvi and I'm jolly and kind.
She's jolly and kind. Okay, okay. Yes, thank you, Janvi. Then we have Milan. Milan? Milan Niliapara. I'm not sure of the pronunciation of the surname, but Milan. Do we have Milan? Can you hear me, Milan? Okay. Milan doesn't seem to have my audibility, I guess. Okay, Rajvi. I could see Rajvi.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Rajvi.
I am Rajvi and I am friendly.
Okay, she is Rajvi and she is friendly. Fine. Thank you, Rajvi. Then we have Jills. Jills, Z-I-L-S. Jills.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Jills.
I am James and I am imaginative.
You are imaginative. And what does that mean? Jills has a meaning, I guess.
I always come up with imaginative solutions for problems.
Yeah, that's what you are. I'm saying what the meaning of your name. It's very interesting name, Jills.
Sir, it's nothing.
Oh, it can't be nothing. I mean, does it meaning is nothing or it does not have a meaning?
It does not have meaning.
Okay, you Google it out. You might find something. Right? If you find nothing, you may give it a meaning. The Jill stands for this. So next time anybody keeps this name, they may have some reference. Right? So I'm sure this it's a wonderful name. So you can explore. Okay, thank you, Jills. Then we have Shruti. Yes, Shruti. Can you hear me,
Yes, sir.
Shruti? Yes,
Yes,
Shruti.
sir. I'm Shruti and I'm quite emotional.
Oh, she is emotional. Fine, fine. So that was Shruti. Thank you, Shruti. Then we have Purva. Do we have Purva? Purva, can you hear me? No. Okay. Do we have Griva? Griva?
Yes, sir. I'm Griva
Yes.
and I'm helpful and independent.
Okay, she is helpful and independent. Okay. Then we have Nishreen. Nishreen?
Yes, sir. I
Yeah,
am
Nishreen.
Nishin.
Mhm.
I am talkative and cheerful girl.
Okay, she is talkative and cheerful girl. And Nisreen, it's an Arabic name. Nisreen is an Arabic name, right?
Yes, sir.
And what does that mean?
In our caste, it means rose.
Okay, it's an Arabic name for rose, right?
No, but it means rose.
Yeah, but
Flower, rose.
yeah, that's absolutely fine. But if it's a language, it has to have some origin, right? So
Yeah.
usually it is either having Arabic origin or Persian origin.
Arabic.
Right? So,
I am Dawoodi Bohra, Muslim means.
yeah, so in terms of Muslim, again, you will have two options. And in terms of etymology, they follow Persian also in terms of names and all, and they follow Arabic also. So it could be
But
both.
sir, I am Dawoodi Bohra, so not particular Muslim. Muslim and Dawoodi Bohra quite different caste. Means
They
one
are.
caste, but
They are
we
different.
have different meanings and in
Yeah, so
everything.
that's what I'm saying. So Dawoodi, Bora, Khoja, they have lineage. It's like more than one resource through which you can keep your names. Right?
Yes.
Some of the names that sound very Indian. Right? So that's the beauty of India. People
Yeah.
from very different backgrounds would come and be the part of this culture. So that's the beauty. Right? So thank you, Nisreen. Okay,
Thank you,
then we
sir.
have sure. Then we have Nandini. Nandini.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Nandini.
I am Nandini and I am cheerful and joyous.
She's cheerful and joyous. Thank you, Nandini. Then we have Krishna. Krishna Parmar.
Yes, sir. I'm
Yes, Krishna.
Krishna. I'm ambitious.
She is ambitious. Wonderful word. Thank you, Krishna. Then we have Hinal.
Yes, sir. I am Hinal and I am honest.
She is honest. Honest. So people with the sensitive and emotional nature should be away from you, because emotional people cannot handle honest people. Right? So fine. Then we have Ayushi.
Hello.
Yes, Ayushi.
My name is Ayushi and I am strong and bold.
She's strong and bold. Fine.
Yes.
So good to know that. That's Ayushi with us. Then we have Priyansh. Priyansh.
Hello, sir. Myself, Priyansha. I am honest.
He's also honest. Wonderful. You like people who are honest to you also?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's very difficult to be with the honest people. They'll tell you what you are. Right? So that's there. So good to know that. Okay, thank you, Priyansh. Then we have Parth. Parth Zaveri.
Yes, sir. Parth here, and I am compassionate.
He's compassionate. Interesting word. So that's Parth, the compassionate. Then we have Khushi. Khushi Bansali.
Yes, sir. Happy and jolly and optimistic.
Joy or joyous?
Jolly.
Jolly and optimistic.
Yes.
Okay, good to know that. Thank you, Khushi. Then we have Vivek. We have Vivek Dalsania. Yes, Vivek, are you there?
Yes, sir, I am here.
Yeah, Vivek.
My name is Vivek and I am helpful.
You're helpful. Okay, fine. So that was Vivek. Thank you, Vivek. Then we have Ishan. Ishan. Ishan Chauhan. Okay, it seems I'm not reaching to him. Okay, do we have Neil? Neil Donga?
Yes, sir. I am Neil Donga. Friendly.
Okay, so Neil Donga is friendly. Thank you, Neil. Then we have Priya. Priya Sangani.
I am Priya and I am introvert and practical.
Okay. Okay, she is introvert and practical. So that's good to know. It's a kind of a personality. Is it good to be introvert or it is not good to be introvert?
No, I like to be introvert. I don't like sharing so much.
That's absolutely fine. But is it good to be introvert or it's not good to be introvert? What do you think?
Well, it has to be according to the situation.
Yes. So introvert people, it's a type. It's neither good nor bad, right? It's like being boy or a girl. So if you are a boy, you are a boy. If you are a girl, you are a girl. Same way, you are introvert or extrovert. Both are the types of personality. We may have discussion some other day.
Yes.
So some of them are saying extrovert is more good, and by the way, similar mistake that people make, more good. There is no such word as more good. There is a word called better.
Yes.
So that's there. But this is what your friends are thinking. I am of the opinion, and there are many who are of the opinion that there is nothing good or bad. It is type, right? So that's there. Why? Maybe you remind me. I'll recommend a TED talk on that, right? So how introverts work and what are this balance. So that I'm sure will help you. So thank you, Priya. Then we have Nishi.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I am Nishi and I am so straightforward, efficient, and bossy person.
Okay. Last one. Which word you use? Bossy.
Bossy.
Bossy. You like to rule.
I like to give the I like to give the orders and some kind of. I like to maintain the things like coordinators and so what.
Yeah, but that's a leadership skill. The bossy communicates something else.
No, bossy is another type of leadership. It means I can say that bossy and leadership are somewhat same at some end.
They are not, dear. They are not. Trust me, I'm a language teacher. The reason is that bossy is a negation. Like there are many terms. The reason why I'm doing this, I'll let you know that there are many words that we use unconsciously. Right? It's not only for Nishi, it's for all of us. If you notice, the adjectives that you use are very limited. Like, how was the movie, for example? Somebody asks you. Your answer would be good, bad, wonderful, awesome. Is there any other word that you use? You might say fantastic and all. But usually it is limited to certain words.
Extraordinary.
Fine, extraordinary, adorable and all. But still, we are not using the terms in the right perspective. That's the issue. For example, awesome. Right? That's a very popular word amongst young generation. Awesome. Another repeated words are like what? Shit. Have you heard that word? Is it commonly used among youngsters still today? It was very common in my generation. But is it still common in this generation as well? Oh, great. So I'm not that old school, I guess. Isn't it? So good to know that. And by the way, do you know the meaning? Very common word called shit. S-H-I-T. Did you bother to check your dictionary? Right. And if you know this meaning, you're still using it. Due to thought. Same misconception is with the word awesome. Right. Similar is the issue with the awesome. Right. If somebody asks you how was the movie, you say, oh, it was awesome. Now, what the literal meaning of awesome is? Full of awe. A-W-E. Awe stands for something that causes fear because of being colossal, because of being huge. So let's say if you say I went and watched a movie called Rampage, or I watched a movie called Ring, or some scary movie I watched, and you can say, oh, it was an awesome movie. Now you went for a Love Ajkal 1 or 2 or some love story, 2 states, something like that. And you are saying, oh, it was awesome movie. Well, it is not. It's a love story, right? You can call it romantic, you can call it funny, you can call it whatever, but not awesome, right? You may find it awesome because you hate somebody so much and you say, oh, it was horrible for me to watch them on screen. That's the context, you may use that word. So that's the issue with the choice of words that we do. Like many words that are like on the border and we don't know the difference. Step one for vocabulary, if those who have the vocabulary issues, sir, my vocabulary sari nathi che. So if this is the feedback you give, my suggestion would be on 2 steps. Step one is you need to have words first of all, right? Which, trust me, most of you have. Most of you have good words and good collection of words, but most of us do not have the distinction between thin line of these 2 words. For example, childlike and childish. You know these 2 words? Childlike and childish. Are they same? Can you use them for the same person who is like a child? You call them childlike. Who behaves like a child, you still call them childish. Are they same? If they are same, why do you have 2 words? You see that? So this is something which you should be conscious about. Okay, since I have started confusing you, let me confuse you with a very basic word. Words such as, I don't know, this is BBA, right? Honor. So let me honor you with some words. I'll give you 2 words. Tell me if you know this word. Word called marriage. You know the word marriage? Noun. I'm not saying marry as a verb. I'm saying noun called marriage. That's a noun. There's another noun called wedding. Wedding. Right? And they are same, right? Listen carefully. Those who are chat experts, I request like Chintan and others, I could see your generations. If you can hold on. You can participate, but in a constructive way, you are welcome. So wedding is process maybe, and marriage is what? Wedding is the ceremony. Okay, and marriage is not ceremony. Okay, the result would come next day. Is it a good one or a bad one? Marriage is being husband and wife. Marriage is a relation. Wedding is function. I don't know who is teaching you this, but I could see some observations. Wedding is wedding. That's interesting answer. So, marriage is term. Nandini said it's a term. Okay. We are very close when you said term, Nandini. If you can dig deep into it. Okay, you did not notice until I asked you, did you? Okay, let me ask. What do you write in your status? Let's say in the Facebook or some form that you are filling up for, let's say, job application or somewhere. What do they ask? Do they ask your marital status or wedding status? What do they ask? When you fill up form, when you are, let's say, having your profile, what status do they ask? Marital or wedding? Okay, most of you are saying marital. I don't see anybody saying wedding. There are some Instagram, some observation, but it's basically marriage. Okay, now, why not a wedding there? Or is it sometimes or always? Okay, Stuti also tried about ceremony and this thing. So it seems very close. All of you have some observations, but not sure very much about it. So what I'm trying to generate here is the curiosity and like step one is you don't know the word. For example, let's say pedestal. Do you know the word pedestal? For example, you don't know the word pedestal. So you type in the dictionary, you find the meaning and you say, okay, this is called pedestal. So now I know, right? So that's there. But now you already know marriage, the word marriage. You already know word wedding. But somebody like me would come and say, okay, which word would you use on a certificate? Marriage certificate or wedding certificate? You understand? So there is a word and there is a place for that word. If you know it, then it's called acquiring a knowledge and acquiring a language. Fine. So in your college life, if you don't get conscious about the choice of words that you have, then throughout your life, you'll make such funny mistakes, and people like me who have some language will make fun of you. But look at this guy. He does not know the difference. Right? So I'm not trying to belittle anybody, but if you want to get conscious, college life is the best period. You can do what some of you are doing in the chat, make fun and have fun and doing mischief, which is okay for a college life. But if you don't upgrade yourself in terms of knowing the difference, if you don't do that, then throughout your life, you will be like average or above average language user. It applies, by the way, to your Gujarati also. Right? And please understand, this is a heavy statement, but I'm sure you'll understand and follow this, that your second or third language would be as good as your first language. I repeat, your second or third language would be as good as your first language. In your case, your first language is, let's say, Gujarati. Then your second language would also be the same. Let's say if your Gujarati is average, your Hindi or English will also be average. Right? So that's something that you need to know. Yes, those who are chat warriors, I request you to control, right? Your questions and other things I'll invite, and I'll give you time to ask your questions if you can hold on, because what you are writing becomes an evidence, right? Which can be used against you. So the smileys and emojis, if you can hold on, it will be better, right? So please avoid that. Now, so the consciousness that I wanted to generate is about the choice of words that you have. So that's, I think, will help you. Ask people if you don't know, ask dictionary if it helps. Even after asking dictionary, if you're still not clear with the choice of words, you may have a discussion with people like me or those who are into language. But if you get conscious with this, trust me, you will be a different person. And please understand, it's not a day process. It will not happen overnight. It will take years. But after a couple of years, you will see yourself a much different person. You'll meet your classmates of school classmates and they'll tell you, you have changed, which has actually mean that you have developed your language so much that people will not misunderstand you. Right? And that's the parameter that you need to upgrade yourself. So the definition part I'll draw to your attention would be the level of the language that you have. So how do you say identify how language user you are? Right? So we don't have a subject like Hindi, Gujarati or English. We'll have communication. We'll have RWB, SPS, but where indirectly we'll be talking basically about language and language functions. Right? So there, such discussions will take place. Such questions would be raised to you. There will not be any ready-made answers. You will have to discover and find the answers. But we'll pose questions that will make you think. Right? And of course, when you pose questions, we'll definitely try and find the solution or answers together. So that's there. So what I would try to tell you is that your Gujarati is your first language, for example. Then how do you find that how good you are with your Gujarati? Right? The simple question you need to ask yourself is, how many of the times in a day do you have to say, oh, I did not mean that. Oh, what actually I wanted to say is this. Do you have to clarify things time and again? People misunderstand you, like you have to clarify, oh, I did not mean that. Oh, please don't understand this way. I was telling you that way. More you have to give such clarifications, poorer is your language. The first language, which is Gujarati. And if this is average or below average, then obviously your second or third language would also be like that. So work with your language. College is the time where you can actually do that. And I'm sure it will help you to develop the language part. So this is what I'll suggest. So far as marriage and other things are concerned, some of you are very close when you said term and contract and other things. It's a legal term, right? So the bond that you have, the certificate that you have, that is called, say, marriage, right? So marriage certificate, it's a legal thing, right? And by the way, this legal thing can also be understood by two words such as rights and Ritual. Do you know these two words? Rites and rituals. So for example, if you attend a marriage, you'll see. Uh, that's why I'm coming. The difference between marriage and wedding. See, when you attend a marriage, you know that there'll be two things going parallel. One is the actual marriage ceremony. Dhruti, exactly opposite. The marriage is rite, R-I-T-E. Rite is a specific, for all Hindus, there are specific rites. For all Muslims, there are specific rites. All Christians, there are specific rites through which it is declared a husband and wife. So there is a specific ceremony, which will not take more than half an hour. So that part is called, rituals are not religion, Nishi, give me a time. So that's a legal part of it. If you go for a court marriage, there is a specific ceremony. That is, you put a signature, have the witness and all. So that's specific part, legal part. That's called marriage. Wedding, as I think most of you also already observed, is ceremony. So you dance, you feed, you offer food, you give gifts, you receive gifts. All these are the part of ceremony. And that's why even the dress, for example, you don't say marriage gown, you say wedding gown, right? Because it's the wedding, this dress and costume and everything is the part of celebration. And that's why all those things are the part of wedding, right? Wedding gift and wedding this and that. So it's a part of celebration. So far as legalities are concerned, let's say it's a ritual to feed people. It could be religious, it could be societal, it could be community based. That in our community, when people get married, we feed, say, poor people. In our community, if people get married, they offer a gift to the daughters of that family. So that could be different from community to community, from family to family, right? So that's the thing that you can observe. So far as anniversaries are concerned, they are usually the marriage anniversary. The people also say wedding anniversary, but marriage is because the celebration that you do is of that bond that you had. The memories that you would be maybe for the celebration that you did of a wedding and thing, but what you celebrate every year would be your marriage anniversary, right? Not wedding anniversary, because you don't celebrate celebration, do you? You celebrate the contract. You celebrate the bond that you had between husband and wife. So that's there. You might say, sir, ये कौन इतना करे, कौन इतना फर्क करता है, चलता है type. So if you say चल से चलता है, then fine. सब कुछ चलता है. Those who say नहीं चलेगा, मुझे तो ये पता है कि ये word यहीं use होगा, ये word यहाँ नहीं होगा. Such people will make a difference, right? Be it in a balance sheet. Balance sheet में चलेगा 5 plus 5 minus. नहीं चलेगा ना. The same way language में भी नहीं चलेगा. आप चला लेते हो, ठीक है, बहुत सारे बेवकूफ है, 2-3 बढ़ जाएंगे. It will not make a difference to others. It will definitely make a difference to you if you are a language user. If you are a good language user or not, there is a huge difference. But problem is, it will be reflected after 10 years. Right now, if you're a good language user and your classmate is not so good language user, you will not see much of a difference. You will see this difference after 10 years down the line. Right? And that's there. So I hope I have confused you thoroughly. So thank you, Nisi, for inviting such discussion. Fine. So now after Nishi, I could see, I don't know who was next. Do we have Jay Devi? Do we have Jay Devi?
I'm Jai Devi
Okay,
and
thank you,
I'm
Jay
jolly
Devi.
and
That
cheerful.
says jolly and joyful. So it's a rhyming word. Interesting, Jay Devi. Then we have Nemi. Do we have Nemi? Yes, Nemi.
Yes, sir. I'm Nemi and
Is
I'm interactive.
Interesting word. Thank you, Nemi. Then we have Druvin. Druvin. Yes, Druvin Akbari. Druvin, can you hear me? Okay. Do we have Khushi? Khushi Dhruv. Yes, Khushi.
Yes, sir. I'm Khushi and I'm
She
motivated.
is motivated. So good to know that, Khushi. Then we have Harsh. Harsh Seth.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Harsh.
I am Harsh and I'm caring and open-hearted.
Yes, caring and open-hearted. So good to know that, Harsh. Thank you. Then we have Dhruvi. Dhruvi Chauhan. Dhruvi Chauhan, can you hear me? Okay, I think Dhruv is not there. Okay, do we have Yesha Shah? Okay, that was an interesting activity that we had. So now, thank you everyone for your participation. As I said, your links would be there with already. So you just need to do it by today evening. It will be activated. So you just need to make a choice, RWB or SPS. Please do that and share. Okay. Now, before you leave, write your name and enrollment number in the chat. No smiley, no those things. Now, just write your name and enrollment number, and you may leave after doing that. Thank you for your participation. See you after Diwali. Happy Diwali and Happy New Year to all of you in advance. Stay home, stay safe. And please don't write Happy Diwali in the chat. We already have many discussions on. So just write your name and enrollment number. Thank you for your participation. Yeah.